I remember somebody came to me and they were saying, oh, I cannot get this guy on board. He's causing all sorts of obstructions and nobody will do anything because this guy just says this. And he was one of the factory workers. And I said, well, how have you tried to connect with him? What are you talking about? I said, well, you're really good at connecting with people. How have you tried to connect with them? And they hadn't. So as soon as they went to the shop floor and asked about their history and the people around them, it turned out he was from a coal mining family and he'd like all this stuff had happened. And as soon as they got that connection, he could get this guy to do anything and lead the team anywhere because he'd taken the time. And whereas this guy had really gone on the defensive, was being very belligerent, kind of alpha male, old school. And that could have just been knocked off as, oh, well, he's just an old bloke who doesn't know anything. But it wasn't that at all. They just hadn't connected in a way that this guy needed connecting with.
And that's 100% what I'm talking about with men in general in the workplace, because we are going, oh, they're just a dinosaur. They don't understand. And we're not seeking to understand how those men are feeling. And let's be honest, if we look at most organizations and therefore most leaders, unless you're kind of some real sort of entrepreneur techie startup, most of your leaders by that point will be in their 40s and 50s. So they're of a generation where we're kind of caught, I think that generation, we're kind of caught between the really traditional old school managerial type leadership and sort of understanding a little bit, well, some things need to shift, but there's still a lot of that traditional leadership paradigm in there. And I think that we're not listening. We're not listening to those men. We're just telling them that they're crap and irrelevant and going, oh, you're over there,
Wrong.
Yeah, and you're bad and you're wrong and you're negative. And really what we need to be doing is going, actually, what's this like for you? Talk to us about, that mental load. Talk to us about how it is to be in the workplace for you. Tell us about your fears. Tell us about, what you're having to deal with, and actually listening. And like you say, connection is everything.